I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Chapter 17. Cupid retrieves a huge golden key from the folds of his toga. You stand in front of a pair of golden doors that look like they should be attached to a palace and not a school hallway. The sign reads, God's only bathroom. Mortals will be fed to service. A bathroom? Are you joking me? You can't believe Shelly is more concerned about the meeting in a bathroom than the prospect of becoming chow for a three-headed puppy. Don't worry about the dog food thing. It's only happened once. Cupid whistles as he wiggles the key in the lock. Anyway, to answer your question, yes, Shelly, a bathroom. But it's very private, not to mention the huge jacuzzi and unlimited snacks. I hope the servants have stocked it with grapes. You have servants at Saltwater Academy? Cupid ignores your question. You two can take turns feeding me. Dream on, love god. Can we get this over with, please? My popularity profile is plummeting. Just being seen with you two. Shelly seems as happy to be in your presence as you are to be in hers. I wish I could put off this conversation forever. But there's not a moment to spare with all these merfolk suffering. Cupid, is this gonna work? Cupid curses at the lock in the ancient Greek, and the door opens. It's amazing how many locks cooperate when you curse at them. It's true. Your parents sigh, jaw dropping. This place is the size of 2 whole cabins. And that's not a jacuzzi, it's a swimming pool. Fainting couch, golden toilet, figures. Cupid saunters over to a table full of grapes, bottles labeled nectarine, nectar, and apricot. Ambrosia sweating on ice. He pops open a bottle, chugs it, then wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. Nice. He plucks a bunch of grapes from a silver platter. What's to go first? You and Shelly both roll your eyes and giggle. It feels weirdly fun to be in harmony with Shelly, like tasting a new seaweed smoothie flavor. Shelly strides forward, grabs a bottle of apricot ambrosia, and twists off the cap. Before the glass can touch her lips, Cupid snatches the bottle out of her hand. Hey, I'm thirsty. Only gods can drink ambrosia. Mortals who drink the nectar of the gods go unconscious. A tiny bit can put them out for hours. A whole bottle? Well, who knows? So basically, it's like vodka, but if a toddler drank it. Enough of this. Shelly, I think you should sit down. She flips her golden green hair over her shoulder. That's golden green? That looks... Okay, nothing. Just let's keep going. I'd rather stand. I don't think that's a good idea. This is about your mom. Shelly raises an eyebrow and sinks down onto the fainting couch. I'll leave you two. He makes for the door. But you put your hand around the back of his neck and steer him back into the room. You wuss. You're part of this. And aren't you my babysitter? I'm pretty sure that means you can't go. Something could happen to me. I could drown in the pool. Mermaids can't drown. Your babysitter? Long story, but yeah, I have a babysitter because someone is after me. Shelly, have you heard about all the disappearances of Mers lately? She shakes her head. At least half a dozen Mers have vanished. It's one of the reasons I was sent to the school. For my safety. Pierce was my bodyguard. Before Cupid. Shelly's face lights up. I knew it wasn't because he liked you more. The truth of this stabs you in the gut. Oh Christ, here we go. But with what you're about to tell Shelly, you're willing to let the day pass. You excel in preparation for telling her the news. Thank the gods Cupid is in here in case Shelly decides to blame the messenger. I'm pretty sure he's oath-bound to protect me. Shelly, about your mom. My mom doesn't know anything about the Mernappings. She's off at a spa in Sweden. Having massages, scale care treatments. No, Shelly. Your mom is in a room, being held captive in a tank, with 5 other Mers. Their skin is almost white, and their scales are sloughing off. Shelly lets out a strangled sob. You kneel before her and take her hands, but she jerks them away. You're lying to get back at me for just being such a jealous jerk to you. This is a low blow, Waverly. Not funny. She's telling the truth. I saw it too. In my lava lamp. Shelly wrinkles her brow. You saw my mom in a lava lamp? It's not a regular lava lamp. It's a magical scrying device. Shelly's voice goes up several octaves and her chin trembles. How do you know it's my mom? She looks just like you, Shelly. She's lovely, even though she's... Shelly covers her ears with her palms. No, not my mommy, no, please, no. Her shoulders rack with grief. Stand still and roll my eyes. You know you should probably be comforting her, but Shelly doesn't strike you as the let's talk about feelings over pizza and ice cream type. Plus, I've been through so much to get this information. I don't have time for this. She needs to understand that to save her mom, she needs to pull herself together. Shelly, we'll have plenty of time for tears later. Right now, we need to rescue your mom and the others. And you might be the key to getting that done. You think so? She bats her tear-stained eyelashes. I do. You're right, Waverly. Shelly wipes her tears with a hem of her top. Do you know where they're keeping the Mers? No, but I was hoping you could help me figure that out. She sniffles. Me? How? You sigh. Finding out her mom is being held prisoner is bad enough, without also learning her dad might be responsible. Shelly, I don't know how to tell you this, but I think your dad works for whoever's doing the mernapping. She draws away from you, and her face turns sour. Why would you think such a horrible thing? My dad works for a successful businessman. But as you recount the whole story, her reaction turns from shock to anger to realization. Do you remember anything about the room you saw in the lava lamp? The image was fuzzy, but it looked like walls and floors were stone. Like a human medieval castle. Shelly's eyes widen. Oh my god! You beseeched? You and Shelly shake your heads at Cupid. I know where they're being kept. Your heart soars for the first time in days. Where? My dad's boss has a castle. I've been there a few times with my dad, and it's not that far from here. It's made of stone. A shiver coils up your spine as the pieces of the puzzle fall into place. And there's a dungeon that's totally off limits. I bet that's where they're being held. If it's off limits, how do you know about it? Sometimes I snoop around when my dad and this boss are talking about boring financial stuff. Shelly likes to snoop and hates numbers too. We actually have a lot in common. Now's the time to sneak into the castle. We need to get in that castle. Breaking in is impossible. It's guarded day and night. No way to get in without an invitation. Or you're fake mernapping. What? Hi, we've been mernapped. We're here to be taken to the dungeon. What? My work? Your heart soaring skids to an abrupt halt. Blithering barnacles. But we're in luck. Shelly's mouth presses into a determined line. How? Tomorrow night, my dad and I are having dinner there. His boss wants to tell us something important. Can you sneak me in? I think so. Every week we take the yacht to a port north of here and pick up empty barrels to deliver to the castle. There's a secret channel through a cave. Whenever we drop off brand new barrels, we pick up a load of full ones and store them in the same hold. The next day they're gone, but I don't know where they go. This must be how the cave I swam near on my first day of school got poisoned. No sense pointing this out and making Shelly feel worse about her dad's sketchy activities. So tomorrow night, I'll smuggle you from the school to the yacht in the dinghy. We'll dock near the hold where we store the barrels, and you'll hide inside one of them. Once it's unloaded at the castle loading area, you can sneak into Dirk Darkin's dungeon. Cupid calls. Excuse me? Official babysitter here. The boss is named Dirk Darkins? That just screams I'm a violent lunatic who thrives on suffering of others and practices my evil laugh in the mirror every morning before breakfasting and on my breakfast treat. Favorite treat. Mermaid bones. But no way are you leaving the school grounds. Also, there's Phineas's ward that you gotta get through. Crosses an arm and grins as if he's won. Well, you already gave me permission to leave campus and go to Olympus, and I'm pretty sure you don't want the headmaster to know about that. I'll just assume that's still in effect. Waverly Marie Fishwater, you are one devious dolphin. I kind of respect that. Thanks. But you're still not going. Why not? Because if you die from this scatterbrained scheme, I will spend eternity speared to a rock and hill. And the dry air in the underworld is murder on my complexion? I lie. It's only a recon mission, very low risk. You know, both these statements are untrue. There's no way you're going to rescue those Murs if you have a chance. The risk is pretty high. You smile on him as if you haven't a care in the world. I'll be back before you can say, I miss Waverly so much, where is she already? I'm almost positive I would never utter those words. But if you did, you would find that I was safe and sound in my bed snoring away. He purses his lips and shakes his head. Look, listen to my 3-point plan, and you'll see how non-dangerous it is. You hold out your fingers to count off the tasks. 1. Go to the castle on Shelly's extremely large, extremely safe yacht. 2. Get the lay of the dungeon, which I'm sure is well ventilated, contains no medieval torture devices. And 3. Return. And if I don't come back, which totally won't happen, you can tell everyone I outsmarted you and slipped away. He scoffs. No one will believe that. You don't say anything. You just stare him down. Fine. He exhales in frustration. People would believe it. You promise you won't do anything stupid? You look him straight in the eye. Suck in a breath and tell another whopper. I promise. Alright. He heads for the door. I'm going back to the cabin to give myself a pedicure. We never talked. Cupid leaves the bathroom and now you're alone with Shelly. He's easily manipulated. You think that was easy? Strictly amateur. She immediately softens the insult. But Waverly, why are you being so nice to me after I've been mean to you? Maybe we just got off on the wrong fin? Maybe. She gives you a cautious smile. Poor Shelly can't trust anyone because so many people have let her down. Side by side, you fine-tune your plan, and as you leave the restroom of the gods, you swipe a single bottle of apricot ambrosia. In the espionage business, you never know when you might need to knock someone unconscious. I mean, I guess. I mean, what's she gonna do? Look at him and be like, here, drink this. It's quite refreshing. I mean, if mere mortals will take a sip and be knocked out, for hours, then, I mean, even mermaids, apparently. Pretty much, like you said, other than gods, which, I mean, we don't know who this dark fellow is that is the boss of all this. So I guess we'll find out in Chapter 18, which is up next. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. I'm kind of glad they're doing a little bit more with this. I know the writer or whoever was working on this was sick, and I know how that is. And pretty much they weren't able to get to this content for a while. But I'm glad they're starting to, get back to it. It's nice. It's not a bad book. It's not truly a bad book. Without further ado, I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.